Well, good morning, everybody. It's Good Time Gal. Yes, I know. It's early, but early bird catches the worm, right? Don't mind me. I'm eating some cinnamon and drinking vitamin C. I fell a little ill. It was ick. Had to get tested. Found out it wasn't COVID. Thank goodness. Just the regular old flu. So, doing some vitamin C, eating some cinnamon sticks, just to keep me healthy. But as I promised yesterday, remember we were waiting on my holiday cookbook and we were going to do the unboxing today. It came, I know, and then I got sick. So I went ahead and I gave you guys a video letting you guys know that we were going to unbox it today, and we'll just go through it and you guys get to see how fun it is and just how many wonderful holiday recipes I put inside, because there are so many wonderful holiday recipes inside of this. Now, a lot of you are probably confused. This is the Good Time Holidays 2024 edition. As a chef, I plan on doing a Good Time Holidays 2025, 26, because that's kind of your legacy. The original Good Time Gal cookbook, which is this cookbook, this would be considered a consolation prize. When I placed 5th place in the favorite chef competition, I made this book as a basically everybody was mad I didn't win. Girl, they was mad I didn't win. So I didn't want people to threaten Miss Carla Hall and the James Beard Foundation. So it's like, hey, I made a cookbook. We're okay. So this cookbook, it is wonderful because this cookbook is for all occasions. This is for Easter, Father's Day, Mother's Day, a get together, having a bad day, want to go on a 4th date, right? But this, if we're being honest, we don't consider this my first official cookbook, right? This was a consolation prize. The Good Time Holiday Cookbook 2024, this is considered a real cookbook. I'm going to tell you why. The reason that it's considered a real cookbook is because when you open it, we have the intro, we have the apps, we have the main dish, we have the dessert, we have the hors d'oeuvres, and we got those post-dinner drinks. That's right, your girl went all in on this. Now, with this cookbook, remember, I didn't do that. I just did certain things that my family and I enjoy, certain occasions we enjoy, like there's occasion part. So that is the difference. And I know you guys are like, well, but it's true. This is not necessarily my official cookbook. This is more of a consolation prize. This would be my, this would be it. And on the back, I go ahead and I tell you why you really want to use this, because it's such a wonderful cookbook, right? So I'll read it because, again, this is the unboxing. So that's what we're doing. We're just going to take our time. We're going to go through this. And again, excuse me, excuse my voice if I'm talking too loud or if I'm talking too soft. I'm still a little under the weather, but I always want to keep my promise to everybody. When I say I'm going to do something, I always follow through on my plan, right? Because that's, the tenacity of Good Time Gal. Okay, so I'm going to start cover to cover. So we'll do the back. So the back says, Good Time for the Holidays 2024 is your ultimate guide to creating unforgettable holiday meals with over 30 mouthwatering recipes that will delight your guests and fill your home with warmth and festive cheer. From cornbread and crab stuffed fish to pork cutlets with a cranberry pork sauce, each recipe is crafted with love, passion, and a touch of Christie's culinary flair. Enjoy classic favorites like bread pudding with whiskey sauce. That is my favorite. Bread pudding with whiskey sauce. It's so good. This is one of my best recipes. Or my grandmother's honey glazed Christmas snack mix, or surprise your family with a refreshing dish like my cranberry avocado salsa. And that is the bee's knees. Created by a seasoned chef who has competed in the prestigious 2023 and 2024 favorite chef competition hosted by Carla Hall and sponsored by the James Beard Foundation, this cookbook is a celebration of flavors, creativity, and tradition. Whether you are a seasoned home cook or a holiday novice, Good Time for the Holidays offers easy-to-follow recipes, delightful tips, and plenty of inspiration to make your holiday season truly special. Let this cookbook be a trusted companion as you create cherished memories around the table with those you love. Yep. So this is what this is about. So this is about, for me, Christmas, my family, let's take a step back. So my mother and my father are consummate hosts. And that is basically what a good time gal is. It's a slang reference for a girl who lives to party. And the truth is, I do live to party, but it would be in a different regard. My father was a consummate host, and my mother was a consummate hostess. As a deep Southern African American family, African Americans were not allowed to party and hang out in public like talking about, right? Like if you had a party, you had it at a trusted friend's house, and that's how we had that sense of community. So that's how I got into it. My mom has always been a very wonderful hostess. She's always made sure that we had the best parties. She always made sure that the holidays were always filled with laughter and love. She always made sure that we invited people who may not have family. She always made sure that we invited people who may otherwise never want to come out. And that is probably why I am so passionate about telling people that, you know, conversations are always a wonderful conversation when you can have it over food, right? So holidays has always been a big thing. I am a chef by trade. My grandmother was a famous chef from where we're from. She was awarded an award by President Obama for being a chef in the Jim Crow era. My mom is a chef by trade. She owned a barbecue restaurant, her and my father, and it was in the who's who. It was in Portland, Oregon. They sold that, I believe, I'm 42, so I believe they sold that when I was like 35, so it's been a while. We all have culinary experience. So I grew up in the kitchen. I grew up around the kitchen. So that has always been something that was in my life. So this book is not just about, oh, these are fun recipes. These are actually recipes that are from my grandmother who passed away, but she really loved to bring people together with food. She really loved for people to understand that you don't have to have a lot of money as long as you have people and you have good food, right? And I think that was something that, you know, I have passed down. You know, I may have a lot of money, but that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is how you treat people, how you show up for people, and the conversations you have, right? So let's open this up. So we're going to open it up, and it looks exactly like that. And then we have, of course, our title. And then we're going to keep going. My table of contents, so you know that it is a 4-course cookbook. And then my dedication, I'm going to go ahead and read that. Excuse me. To my family and friends, thank you for being the heart of every meal, the warmth behind every gathering, and the joy that inspires me to create. This book is a celebration of the love and laughter shared around our tables during the most magical season of the year. And to my readers, you have made Good Time Gal a place of connection and creativity. May these recipes bring you as much joy to your kitchen as your support has brought to mine. Here's to a holiday season filled with love, good food, and cherished memories. With warmest wishes, your Good Time Gal. For those of you who are not familiar, Good Time Gal, it's a food and lifestyle blog as well. So this goes right in the vein of that, right? It's a cooking aid. The whole thing is about food equity. I want everybody to be able to cook. I want everybody to be able to share their love for cooking. So that's what this is about. So then we go for a note from the author. All right, so we'll read the note from the author. Dear reader, that's you. The holiday season has always been my favorite time of year. A time when kitchens come alive with the scent of freshly baked treats, tables are set with love, and cherished memories are made with every bite. There's something truly magical about how food can bring us together, warming not just our homes, but our hearts as well. This cookbook is a reflection of my own holiday traditions, inspired by the flavors, recipes, and stories that have made Christmas so special in my life. From comforting classics to creative new twists, I hope these dishes bring you as much joy to celebrations as they have with mine. Whether you're hosting a festive feast, baking a cookie exchange, or simply looking for something to sip by the fire, these recipes are designed to fill your season with warmth, flavor, and a little Sparkle, if you know what I'm talking about. Thank you for letting Good Time Gal be a part of your holidays. I hope this book becomes a beloved companion in your kitchen, helping you create moments of love and tenderness during this most wonderful time of the year. Wishing you a holiday season filled with good times, great food, and unforgettable memories. So that's the note from the author, which is I. And then we go to the introduction, which is welcome to the magical world of holiday cooking. This Christmas season has a special way of bringing us all together. And in my home, the kitchen is always at the heart of the celebration. From the first batch of cookies to the final bite of our Christmas dinner, each recipe holds a story, a tradition, or a spark of joy. This cookbook is my way of sharing this magic with you. Inside these pages, you'll find a collection of recipes designed to make your holiday season truly memorable. Whether you are a seasoned host like my mother and father, or you are a first-time baker, these dishes are crafted to bring out the best in your celebrations. You'll discover comforting classic, festive treats, and creative twists on holiday favorites, all made with love and a little sprinkle of holiday cheer. But this book, it's not just about food. It's about the moments that we share. It's about the laughter over cookie decorating mishaps, the cozy evenings spent sipping spiced drinks, and the joy of gathered loved ones around a table brimming with good food and wonderful company. As you explore these recipes, I hope you'll find not just the meals to savor, but traditions to treasure. Let this book be your guide to a season filled with warmth, flavor, and unforgettable memories. So tie on that apron, preheat your oven, and let's create some holiday magic together. Here's to the what? Good times, the great food, and the most wonderful time of the year. And this is true. This isn't just about food, guys. This is about you guys making memories. I also want to point out, some of my best dishes that I have created were from a holiday cookbook when it was not a holiday, but that memory lasted, right? It was a lasting memory that everyone loved, right? So that's really what cooking is about, right? Cooking is always about memories, but for whatever reason, the holidays are when people are more open to want to create those happier memories. So that's why I enjoy making cookbooks, right? I want you guys to feel that. It doesn't, and you notice I said mishaps. I didn't say that those cookies came out perfect, because there have been so many times that, you know, I've burned something and we laugh about it. You know what I mean? Maybe we don't remember that I made a wonderful creme brulee and it came out perfect. Maybe we remember when I tried to make that creme brulee and the sugar burnt and and everybody had to taste burnt sugar. But I think that's in a world where we focus so much on perfection, in a world where we focus so much on everything has to be right and perfect. I think cooking is a wonderful place where it doesn't have to be right and it doesn't have to be perfect. Some of my best times cooking were messy with abandon, and I'm just cooking. And, you know, my grandmother used to always love to say, if you're not a messy cook, are you a good cook? And I stand by that. If you are a cook who is always neat and tidy, I don't want to eat your food, because I don't know what you're doing. You know what I mean? If you're too organized, where's the flavor? I don't know. I don't know what you've been doing. I don't know what you've been doing. I need to know. So that's what I hope I bring with that. So then the next page is just the table, a nice little table that I've set up. This was a feast from, I think, 2 years ago. I told you, your girl likes to throw parties. I'm a very private person, so a lot of people are just finding out like how much fun I like to have, and I love that for them. I love that for you guys, that you're just finding out how much fun I like to have. But no, and so then this is the appetizer section. So this is actually a really good section, and it lets us know what we've got coming. We've got my grandmother, we call her Madia. So we've got Madia's holiday snack mix. We've got a spicy Kwanzaa African salsa. It's delicious. Madia's dill dip, Madia's sausage stuffed mushrooms, a smoky salmon spread, the creamy avocado salsa, which we discussed. We've got the glazed chicken wings, the holiday prime rib melt. Oof. Oh. I don't know why I put that holiday prime rib melt as an appetizer, because honey, that could be a meal. We had that this past Thanksgiving. Whenever I make a cookbook, I always test my recipes, and I decided with my family, and actually you'll see on my TikTok profile where I'm actually making the prime rib sandwich. But I was like, hey, I want to make this prime rib sandwich. It's for my recipe, you know, it's for my book. And yeah, we ate that sandwich. And you know how it's good food and everybody get quiet? Like, everybody got quiet. I was like, okay. And then it was like, do we have any more? I was like, yeah, we got some more. But it was just really funny because that sandwich, baby, that sandwich make you eat your hands off. So then after the holiday prime rib melt, we've got the mini sandwiches and we've got the crab cakes with the pear chutney. Yes, crab cakes with pear chutney, why not? I'm a Southern woman, so a lot of these dishes are things that we bring to the table. I lived in the Tex. So I live on the Arkansas, Louisiana, and Texas border. So my recipes are always going to resonate in that Southern Cajun barbecue flair, right? I'm going to always have a little Southern style. I know you guys are like, what? Crab cakes with a pear chutney? It's delicious. It's so delicious. So delicious. And you know what? I was going to do this this Christmas, I was going to do a seafood, but I did Italian Christmas. And I was like, I don't want to be the typical country girl. When, Martha Stewart, did y'all see that? She had like a huge clam bake, then she had a huge oyster bake, and she had crab legs. And I was like, I should have just did it. I should have just trusted my mind and went with it. You always go, but hey, nobody cared. That lasagna was gone in like 8 minutes. All right, so then in this book, I go ahead and show you what they look like so you know what to expect, right? We started with Maria's Chex Mix, so this is what her Chex Mix looks like when it is done. I believe the Kwanzaa salsa is next. The spicy Kwanzaa African salsa. And I did make this, and it is delicious, and it's always based on your spice level, right? So don't ever feel like you can't modify it. I know a lot of people don't like spice, but it's delicious. You can also add meat if you like. I added ground turkey to mine, and it was a chef's kiss. A lot of these recipes you can modify, and it will make you feel amazing about it. And then we've got Maria's dill dip, if you can see the picture with that. It's really, this is a wonderful, I love it. I thought it came out very nice. These are also her sausage stuffed mushrooms. Those are so good. Those are so, I have to like hide in a corner. Like I have to have somebody stop me from eating my hands off. This is the smoked salmon dip. And this is our cranberry avocado salsa. Very delicious. And also the cranberry avocado salsa, if you like cranberries and if you like avocado and you want to go ahead and have that other than the holiday season, you can do that. That is all up to you, my homegirl. All right, glazed chicken wings. They came out perfect. Oh, they came out perfect. And I also give you some sauces that you can do. Like if you want to do a homemade buffalo hot sauce, if you want to do a homemade blue cheese dipping sauce, it comes with the recipe. And then this is, again, another picture of what it can look like for you. And then the prime rib melt sandwich. I don't really like how this one came out. I will post what my prime rib sandwich looks like. I didn't really like that one. And then, of course, the little mini sandwiches. So that's the appetizer section. And then, of course, we said the crab cakes with the pear chutney. So that's what that looks like. It's that good stuff. It's that good stuff. It's good. He's good. So then we move on to the main dishes. And this is very special. I did it a little differently than most chefs when they do a cookbook. I wanted everybody's main dish to be included. So there are 2 vegetarian main dishes. There are 2 beef main dishes. There are 2 turkey main dishes. There are 2 pork main dishes, 2 chicken, and 2 fish. I wanted to make sure that people, vegetarians, vegans, I love to include you guys because I know when we look out there, we always say, oh, there's not enough recipes for vegans. There's not enough recipes for this. But I wanted to make sure that we at least included you guys in there so that you don't feel left out. So let's keep going. For the vegetarian, I did a spaghetti squash Alfredo and some soy glazed tofu and carrots, and it's a wonderful main dish. I've actually eaten both, and I enjoyed both equally as well. For the beef, we have a cider based pork roast, a herb crusted chuck roast, and for the turkey, we have turkey croquettes with a cranberry salsa. Yep, or you could do the avocado and cranberry salsa and switch it out if you like. There's also a turkey crunch, which is kind of like a casserole. It's kind of like a green bean casserole, but it's better because I don't know who made that green bean casserole. They need to be shot. because now I'm stuck trying to talk people out of bringing a green bean casserole. Yeah. Then we've got pork, which is the pork cutlets with the cranberry pork sauce. And then the dish with that is a honey roasted pork. We've got the chicken dishes, which is a Cornish game hen with butternut croutons, excuse me. Then we have the cranberry stuffed chicken. Then with the fish, it is grilled salmon with fall chutney, and then a cornbread and crab stuffed fish. So yes, every single one. This is what the spaghetti squash with Alfredo looks like when it turned out. It turned out real nice, real nice. I love a good eat, right? And then this is what the soy glazed tofu and carrots looks like for me. And you can add or subtract with this. Like, that's the beauty of these recipes, is that I enjoy modifications. This is our cider based pork. Very lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Came out delicious. Looks delicious. And then the herb crusted chuck roast. Then of course we have our turkey croquettes with the cranberry salsa. And for those of you, croquettes are just like little balls. And then the turkey crunch. All right, we'll talk about the turkey crunch. The turkey crunch is an ultimate holiday comfort food. It blends tender, juicy turkey with a delightfully crisp topping that's impossible to resist. I can still remember the excitement of scooping up a warm golden serving, the crackling crunch giving way to savory goodness. It's a dish that always brought smiles around the table, turning even the simplest moments into something special. With every bite, turkey crunch carries the warmth of the season and the joy of gathering together to share in delicious traditions. And that's what it looked like for me there. Some of these, they may not look like mine, and I don't want you to get caught up on the plating, because I professionally plate, right? Like, that was when I did the competition. We had to show that we know how to plate. We had to show that we knew how to do a main course, you know what I mean? So I don't want you to get caught up in that. I'm just showing you these recipes so that you see that it is a real cookbook and that it is feasible, that you can use it. And I also want to point out, like, if you've noticed as I'm turning, it's not a lot of ingredients, is it? So you can probably make a really great holiday meal with this book under $50. I want to say the prime rib sandwich, when we made it, we got the prime rib on sale. We got the prime rib on sale. And after we got the prime rib on sale, the French baguette, because the prime rib sandwich is a French baguette that you cut in half, and then you melt cheese on top, and then you cook your prime rib and you break it down, and then you add some pomegranates with a nice lovely lime citrus salsa. The recipe's in the book, right? But I believe that whole prime rib, like our Thanksgiving dinner, it was under $60. And I think each recipe in here, it's going to be under $60. I think even if you do the crab, because I do have crab in here, like the crab cakes with the pear chutney, it's not going to be expensive. The sausage stuffed mushrooms, the smoked salmon spread. I think the most expensive thing, honestly, it will be the prime rib melt. You know what I mean? That's going to be the most expensive thing that you make in the appetizer section. And I believe the most expensive thing that you will make in the main dish section, excuse me, I would say it's probably going to be based off of the pot roast or the chuck roast, right? Pot roast, chuck roast, those can be expensive. Turkey croquettes, you can do ground turkey, right? You don't have to, you can do chopped cooked turkey, turkey leftovers, or you can actually just do ground turkey. Croquettes are just those little balls that we make. And that, I'm going to show it again. This is what the turkey croquette would look like. But this, and again, this is the ingredients. This is the ingredients for the actual turkey, right? This is the turkey, and then this is the salsa. You know what I mean? And then we add, what we're doing with the croquette. So these ingredients are not expensive ingredients, and they are not hard recipes to do. And again, remember, we always work with food equity. So my number one goal is to make sure that everything is affordable. And I know a lot of you can be like, well, this book is not glossy. It's not a hardcover. It's a soft cover. I'm doing that, again, for an equitable reason. I want everybody to be able to afford this. Had I made this a hard copy, the lovely price that you see in my TikTok shop would have tripled for you. So instead of you paying $15 for this book that you will use for the rest of your life, because I can guarantee it, my grandmother, it would be 105 this year. And again, like the appetizers, she got them down. She's got the appetizers down, right? And we still use them. So that's the beauty of that. You spend $15. And oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys, if you purchase any of my cookbooks off of TikTok, I will send my seasoning line. I do have a Good Time Gal seasoning line. So I will send that. And then, so that's like another, I think you're getting like a close to an $80 value for less than $20. And that's because for me, it really is not necessarily about the money. It's about me making sure that everybody has a chance, right? Everybody has an opportunity, because that's what food equity is about. That's what the James Beard Foundation is about. I don't know if you guys know who James Beard is, but James Beard, I like to say he's like kind of like the Martin Luther King of chefs. He's a white older man, and he knew that he was a privileged white older man. But his issue was that he was tired of other older white men getting all the credit. He wanted his Chinese friends to get the credit. He wanted his Mexican friends to get the credit. He wanted his African friends to get the credit. He wanted everybody who could cook to get the credit for it. So James Beard assisted in helping African American chefs, Mexican American chefs, Asian American chefs. He is the reason why we have Chinese food restaurants, why we have soul food restaurants, why we have such a wonderful plethora of restaurants in America, because he wanted everybody to have equal access to being able to make food and cook food and afford food. So for me, when I say food equity, when I say food for everybody, I don't mean that I'm going to act like Marie Antoinette and be like, let them eat cake. Everybody get a piece of cake. No, what I mean by food equity is I want you to be able to afford to make this recipe. This recipe is going to be under $10. Do you have less than $10? Probably. So I'm going to give you these ingredients that I know will stay that price. And then I'm going to teach you how to make it, right? A lot of people like to say that Jesus said, teach a man to fish, right? That was not Jesus. That wasn't. It's a good quote, but that's food equity. Food equity is teaching you how to do it, so then you in turn teach someone else how to do it. Another form of food equity is gardening. Teaching people how to garden. Every state in America should have a free garden. Every neighborhood should have a free garden, right? There should be what we call a seed exchange. And some gardeners, if you know a gardener, we do that, where I may say, hey, I've got some avocado seeds. Do you have some lemon seeds? Okay, I got some lemon seeds. I need 2 avocado seeds. And then that's how we pollinate. That's how we expand upon our gardening. But every park should have a garden. Every state should have a free garden. Every park should have flowers. Every state should have an overabundance of bees and honey, because bees and honey help things grow, right? That's what food equity is about. It's about making sure that we are recycling, reducing, reusing, just like recycling, right? We recycle, reduce, reuse. I'm from the 80s and that song is stuck in my head and I use it for everything. And it even works with food equity. When I say recycle, like if I use butter, I usually use the butter paper. I will save it in my freezer. And then when it's time for me to bake something, instead of going out and purchasing parchment paper, because butter paper is a form of parchment paper, I use that. And that is me reducing my waste. And that is me reusing. You see where I'm going with that? Recycle, reduce, reuse. That's food equity. So it's about being intentional with what you cook. It's about being intentional with how you cook it. And it's about being intentional with what we teach, right? So this is my legacy. This is my personal legend. I want everybody to be able to do it. And if you can't do it, I want you to be able to encourage people to do it, right? Like, I know you can do it. I'm going to cook. And I'm going to say this again. Y'all don't like Uber Eats and y'all don't like DoorDash. Nobody does. Nobody does. Nobody. Nobody. Right. Hey, hit me with a heart if you like DoorDash. Give me a like if you like DoorDash and Uber Eats. See? Nobody. Hi, Bang Mika. Where am I from? I'm from America. No, I'm originally from Arkansas. I have a home in Arkansas and in another state. But no, we're just chilling, talking about our good time for the holidays cookbook and talking about food equity, which is what we do. I'm a little under the weather and I think I've reached my time on you guys. So I'm going to have to go. It was nice to meet you too. You're going to have to come back. Tomorrow I'm going to be making an upside down cake. Remember I did all those pineapples the day before yesterday where I broke them down. And then after I broke them down, we preserved them, and now we got to make this pineapple upside down cake. So tomorrow we'll be doing an easy pineapple upside down cake. It's going to be delicious. But I just wanted you guys to know that my good time for the holidays is in paperback, and you can order it at a discounted rate on this TikTok. On this TikTok. How old do I sound? I sound like my mother. I sound like my mom. Don't tell her. Don't tell her. But no, so that's what this is about. And again, if you purchase this or even my other one, I will go ahead and I will include my seasoning, okay? So I want you guys to have a wonderful day today. I want you to go out and be great. I am going to go rest up and get back in bed because I'm still not at 100. And for me to cook that pineapple upside down cake for you guys tomorrow, as well as do other things, I want to make sure that I am at my absolute best. Okay? So this has been so much fun. And please feel free to check out my blog. Can't tell you that. It's all on my TikTok. So please feel free to give me a follow. And I want you guys to have a wonderful day, okay?